when the zombie virus breaks out, what do you do to survive? Next, I'm gonna share 4 end-of-the-world survival rules that might save your life. Rule number 1 for surviving Zombieland: cardio. When the zombie virus hits, the first ones to go are the fatties. Look how miserable this big guy is. So starting right now, get moving and lose some weight. Rule number 2, always double tap. By now, the virus is spreading everywhere. Just running isn't enough anymore. You have to learn how to use a weapon, and the second you knock a zombie down, you finish the job. Otherwise, you end up like this woman. Rule number 3, beware of bathrooms. No matter what you're doing, you stay alert. Even when you're using the toilet, you don't relax for a second. Because zombies evolve, they show up in places you never expect. Rule number 4, buckle up when you drive. A car is one of the most important escape tools in the apocalypse. Don't think you can do whatever you want just because there are no cops. Look what happens to this woman. She isn't even infected yet, and she still dies a pointless, awful death. Our main character is named Columbus, and he takes these 4 rules to the extreme before the outbreak. He is just a stay-at-home gamer who plays video games all day. Tonight, a sudden knock at the door makes him spill Mountain Dew all over himself. Columbus curses under his breath and opens the door. A panicked girl suddenly rushes in and slams the door shut. It turns out she is the next-door girl he has had a crush on for a long time. Columbus, who has been single forever, is totally caught off guard. After she calms down, Columbus asks her what happened. She says a weird man just attacked her, and he bites her hard, but Columbus doesn't really take it seriously. He keeps comforting her over and over. The girl can't help it, and kisses Columbus. Then she snuggles into his arms and falls asleep. Columbus feels ridiculously happy. After a while, Columbus wakes up, and he suddenly realizes something is wrong with her. She is clearly turning into a zombie. Columbus freaks out and runs for his life. The girl chases him non-stop, and Columbus watches his crush turn into this nightmare. He grabs a toilet tank lid and ends her for good. But what he doesn't expect is that this is only the beginning. The unknown virus spreads fast. The streets fill up with man-eating zombies. The whole city collapses overnight. More than 90% of the world gets infected. Only a small number of people survive, and most of them follow the 4 survival rules. Columbus is one of them. Even though he is a socially awkward shut-in right now, he only wants to see living people, so he decides to head to the next city to look for survivors. But he doesn't get far. Before Columbus hears the sound of a car, he turns around with a confused look on his face. A modified black SUV is driving straight toward him. Columbus panics and hides immediately. A super tough-looking guy steps out of the car. He is Tallahassee. The two of them don't even finish a sentence before they pull their guns. Tallahassee stays calm like it's nothing, but Columbus is already shaking like a leaf. This keeps going. Columbus knows he's dead for sure, so he quickly throws up a "can I get a ride" gesture. Tallahassee signals for Columbus to get in, and just like that, the Zombieland duo is officially born. Tallahassee reveals he has one simple quest in this miserable world. He wants a Twinkie, just one sponge cake with creamy filling that reminds him of simpler times. They spot a grocery truck on the side of the road, and they can't resist checking it out to get ready for whatever danger is coming. Columbus does a quick warm-up routine, but when they open the truck, it's only filled with cake. Tallahassee is crushed, and he swears he's going to find his beloved Twinkie no matter what. So the two of them head to a mall to make sure it's safe. Tallahassee starts strumming a guitar. A zombie hears it and wanders over right away. Tallahassee blows its head off with one clean shot. They barely finish that one when another zombie shows up, and this one is huge. Tallahassee pulls out a pair of giant scissors. He goes to work like a maniac, and the zombie ends up in 2 pieces. They still don't find any Twinkies, but they run into a girl named Wichita. Wichita begs them for help with a sad, desperate look. She says her little sister, Little Rock, gets bitten by a zombie, and before she fully turns, she wants to borrow their gun and end it herself. Just as Tallahassee is about to shoot, Wichita says she wants to do it personally. Tallahassee doesn't think much of it, but the second Wichita gets the gun, her face changes instantly.
We'll take your weapons, your car keys, your ammunition.
Both guys freeze in shock. It's a setup. The sisters rob them of all their supplies, and they steal the black SUV too, but in Zombieland, cars are everywhere, so the guys quickly find another ride, a yellow Hummer. The only gross thing is the pair of hands still stuck on the steering wheel, but the back seat is packed with goodies. It feels amazing to get their stuff back. They hit the road again, still hunting for a Twinkie. Then they spot the black SUV parked by the roadside. Tallahassee tells Columbus to stay put, and he walks over to check it out. The sisters aren't in the car. He searches the whole thing, top to bottom, and he doesn't find anything weird, so he calls Columbus over. But the moment Tallahassee gets in, Little Rock pops up from the back seat. It turns out Columbus has just been taken hostage, and Wichita is hiding behind a pile of hay. But this time, the sisters don't ditch the guys. They decide to take them along before the zombie outbreak. They already make a living by scamming people. And in Zombieland, they take that skill to a whole new level. After a quick talk, everyone agrees to stop fighting because there aren't many living people left, and sticking together is the smartest way to survive. So the group drives on, and they head toward Hollywood and Los Angeles, all the way to Beverly Hills. Tallahassee tells Columbus to get out and pick up a map. A few zombies start walking over. After they take the zombies out, Columbus grabs the map successfully, then they leave fast. Tallahassee suggests they spend the night at a big celebrity's mansion. It's the home of the legendary comedian Bill Murray. The place looks like a palace inside. It has everything they could ever need. It feels like apocalypse paradise. Sadly, there are no Twinkies. Just when they think they're totally safe and everyone is having fun, a zombie suddenly appears in the hallway. Tallahassee looks shocked because it's Bill Murray himself. Wichita charges in with a club and smacks him hard. Bill screams in pain. It turns out he isn't infected. To survive, he disguises himself as a zombie so he can blend in with the undead. He even goes golfing like that, and the zombies leave him alone. Everyone ends up having a great time, but then a tragedy hits. While Columbus and Little Rock are watching a movie, Bill decides to prank them and scare them. It works, and they freak out. Columbus panics and shoots Bill in the chest. It's tragic, but also weirdly hilarious. To pay respect, they hold a small funeral for Bill Murray. Early the next morning, the sisters drive off in the Hummer because Little Rock really wants to go to Pacific Playland in Los Angeles. To make her happy, Wichita takes her there. They flip the power on, and the whole place lights up and starts running. Then they jump on the pirate ship ride and they go wild like kids. But they have no idea that turning on the park is like ringing a dinner bell. It pulls zombies from the entire city. The two of them are still having the time of their lives. While the zombie horde is already closing in, only when they climb over a fence do they finally realize what's happening. They start shooting and they sprint back toward the car, but the second they get in, zombies surround them from all sides. Wichita floors it and drives forward, but zombies are plastered all over the car, so they choose to jump out to stay alive. Before they can even catch their breath, more zombies swarm in from behind. At this point, the only move is to go higher up. Wichita flipped the switch. The two of them rushed onto the drop tower ride, and they shot up at the very last second before the zombies reached them. By then, the ground below was already covered in zombies. They were starving and desperate. The ride started lowering slowly. A zombie almost grabbed Little Rock's foot. Then the ride lifted again, but it dropped back down soon after. The two of them were completely trapped. Right at the critical moment, Little Rock damaged the power control, and the ride finally stopped. That was when Columbus and Tallahassee arrived just in time. Facing a wave of zombies, Tallahassee decided to show what a real hero looked like. 1 second he was on the carousel, the next second he was on the roller coaster. He rode almost everything like it was a theme park vacation. Then he jumped into a game ticket booth. The horde was closing in, but he didn't panic at all. He pulled out his 2 pistols and started firing in every direction. Up, down, left, right, nonstop. He pulled off a bunch of flashy shots and took out every last zombie. Meanwhile, Columbus barely escaped the chase and made it to the bottom of the drop tower. But a clown zombie, his worst nightmare, blocked his path. Still, to save the sisters, he decided to go all in. Columbus finally beat his fear. He grabbed a huge carnival hammer game and smashed the clown zombie's head in. He saved the sisters. On the other side, Tallahassee wiped out the remaining zombies, and he even found the Twinkie he had been dreaming about, but that Twinkie got shredded by bullets. Luckily, Little Rock tossed him a perfect untouched Twinkie. Tallahassee finally took that sweet, creamy bite, and he smiled like a kid on Christmas. The 4 of them hit the road again and started a brand new survival journey.